ring walk. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm just trying to get this victory, get on to the next one.
Thanks, AB. Before we go, Adrien, any closing statement to the fans out there who are eager to see you on August 20th?
Everybody get their tickets. Everybody be in Miami, man. And let's have a ball, man. I fuck around and pop a bottle after I win.
Thank you as always, Adrien. Thank you to the media for tuning in, and that will end today's media Q&A.
I love, bro.
Love.
Recording stopped.
Who do you think it was that talked to him? Because what happened was about an hour or so after the virtual press with Omar Figueroa. What was that? A couple of days ago? Or was that yesterday? I forgot. I'm sorry. When was the Omar Figueroa? That was the other day, right? Well, anyway, about an hour or so after that, got an email for it being rescheduled. So somebody from Showtime, or maybe PBC, or maybe the big man, Al Heyman, called him up and was like, yo, that was some disrespectful ass shit you said. You need to get your ass out there and do that motherfucking media interview. Nobody likes doing them, but you got obligations as media, obligations, to sell the fight. And just like with NBA players and NFL players, like, you got to do your media shit, and you can tell he was like real docile, because at the very beginning, he was like laying in the bed and you can see somebody had just set up the camera and woke him up. He was in the bed, like shirt off, all and everything, like, just like laid back. So for example, let's go back down memory lane. I was taking a nap too. This started at 5:30. I had to get out the bed like 4:45 or something. I was out there in that brutal heat this morning, laying mulch and scraping up, raking up old grass, got like reseeding. That shit is man. T Street don't like manual labor no more. I'm too, fucking retired. But anyway, let's go back down memory lane for a little bit to talk about what happened yesterday, for the other day, for those who didn't see it. Where was it at? It was here. And Brian Custer had to explain to him, like, yo, bro, like, we do this, like, this is what we do for our fights. Hey, let's go look at it for those who didn't see it. By the way, take your time out, like the video, subscribe. This is T Street Controversy with Fight View 360. After this, I'm thinking that we should go check out and see what's going on with Joet Gonzalez and Isaac Dogbay. They had a press conference about 4 hours or so ago. But listen, this is what he said. Now, listen how disrespectful this is, to the network, that's paying you, and basically like to your promoter, manager. And don't nobody talk about Al Heyman like this, even though he said it like kind of indirectly, like by saying fuck y'all, but let's go look at it. And we'll talk about the keys to victory for Adrien Broner. But this is from Tuesday.
100% honest.
Let's get into this fight. And Adrien, we'll start with you, because I know for a while you've been training for this. You've been out in Colorado. Can you give us a word on just how training camp has been going and just your feelings on facing Omar Figueroa Jr.?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Brian. I ain't with none of this shit they got going on. I feel like Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza is bullshitting, because why is we doing a press conference on a computer when you got guys like, they don't do Floyd shit on no fucking computer when he fight a YouTuber. They don't do nobody else shit on the computer, but they want to do my shit on the computer. So that's telling me they don't give a fuck about me. So when you say fuck me, it's fuck y'all. And at the end of the day, that's what I really just came here to let y'all know. I see, anybody can see it. Y'all, at this point, y'all bullshitting. Y'all's been supposed to make this fight. Y'all giving us dates. Y'all keep pushing our dates back. Like, y'all, come on, man. Who the fuck do a 6-month camp? Y'all tripping. So what I'm gonna do, Brian, I'm gonna talk to you at 11 on Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is tell Omar, keep training your ass off. I'm training my ass off too. Let's go in there and put on a great performance. But I'm gonna get the fuck on up out of here and go back to sleep, y'all. Hey, Brian, I'll see you on Thursday, all right?
Let me say one thing. Now, because of COVID, this has kind of been the thing. This is like the preliminary press conference that we generally do. And then we obviously have the press conference in person during fight week. So this has been the protocol of what we've done generally, all because of COVID. Omar, we'll go to you as well.
So 24 hours later, PBC sent out an email. This was on Tuesday at 5:05. Wednesday, I got an email at 5:05, like literally 24 hours later, was like, let me read to you what it says. Basically, saying like, all right, it's rescheduled. So somebody had to have a talk with him. And I'm like, to me, that's some disrespectful shit, But how does Adrien Broner win? I mean, let's face it. We know what he got to do. We all root for Adrien Broner. At least I do. And I know a lot of people do. He's just one of them charismatic dudes, kind of like tragically, that you want to see succeed. But you just be like, come on, Abe, you can do it. But inside of him, you just don't think that, like, you question, like, can he really do it? For example, if he beats Omar Figueroa, that's going to probably go on to be one of the biggest win, if not the biggest win of his career. You know why? It's because Omar Figueroa is the type of fighter that Adrien Broner has been having issues with. High volume pressure fighters. Adrien Broner, when he gets cracked with something, or, in the middle of fights, he don't let his hands go. And Omar Figueroa is a guy that's known to throw between 700 and then fuck around if you want. He'll come out there and throw 1,100 punches. But between 700 to, 1,000 punches a fight. And Adrien Broner has a notoriously low punch output. And his power between 140 and 147 has been highly questionable. Yeah, he got that flash knockdown over Sean Porter. For example, let's go look at the opponents real quick. Let's go. Even Paulie Malignaggi was touching him up. That's when he had jumped up to 147. But a lot of this fight, from my understanding, and I was just like really, really getting on YouTube to cover boxing back then when this happened. I thought like, yo, Paulie going to give you some issues because Paulie going to outthrow him. Even though he ended up winning the fight, meaning Adrien Broner, still, you saw it there. Just like when Daniel Ponce de Leon was laying hands on him, and this guy all the way back, and I watched this fight live back in 2009, Fernando Quintero. This guy got robbed and never fought again, in my opinion. Like this guy right here, if you go find the tape on this fight, you'll see that this guy like got robbed and he never fought again. Like never fought again. But he got a win over Adrien Broner. In my opinion. So once he met Marcos Maidana, I was like, yo, Marcos Maidana ain't coming to fucking box. He coming to fight and he gonna rough Adrien Broner up. I stood on my shield like, yo, like Marcos Maidana is gonna whoop his ass. I saw that coming from 1,000 paces. I was like, Marcos Maidana's gonna fuck him up. And people were like, man, even my own homies, like he the next Floyd. Like, dude is so sharp. You see his speed? And I was like, okay, you see, I was about to start cussing. I was like, okay. And then sure enough, yo, T-Street, how you know and all that shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm some fucking boxing guru because I be saying some fucking dumb shit sometimes. And that's what it's about. It's going to be times when we're going to agree and you're going to be like, all right, this guy knows what he's talking about. And there's going to be other times you're going to be like, this fucking guy's an animal. What was the latest dumb shit I said? Wasn't it last week? Who did I predict was going to win? Oh, Voodoo. The Voodoo shit. What Ryan Garcia. That's in the past. See, it'll happen like that sometimes. But anyway, Carlos Molina, Emmanuel Taylor, John Molina. That was actually kind of a quality win when he fought John Molina. The Sean Porter, we just knew like, yo, Sean Porter going to rough him up. And then, the Akhmadaliev dude, Khabib Akhmadaliev. He won that bullshit WBA underling title. Ashley Theophane, Adrian Granados. We knew that was going to go that way if you knew how Adrian Granados got down. And Adrian Granados looked like shit against Conor Ben. Totally shot. I was disappointed. But split decision. And didn't a lot of people think that fight was a draw? Mikey Garcia, he got that payday. We knew he was going to lose. Jesse Vargas, look, pressure fighter, majority draw. Manny Pacquiao, people like, damn, he getting a Manny Pacquiao fight, but we knew what that was because Manny Pacquiao was guaranteed a significant purse, and the rumors, well, not even rumors, it was confirmed on ESPN that PBC took care of Manny Pacquiao's tax issues and gave him like a purse. So they had to put him in there with somebody that can sell, like, you know, and they needed Adrien Broner, you know, like Adrien Broner does sell. And then he came back after a 2-year layoff for Giovanni Santiago, and a lot of people thought he lost that fight. And now, Omar Figueroa. And he's been frustrated. According to him, it's because he's been in camp and they kept pushing the date back, and he's been in camp for 6 months. But isn't that kind of a good thing for Adrien Broner? Even though he's one of those fighters or characters where, you know, or people where it's like when you hear about him talking about drinking, he's like, AB, just chill. But then again, that's how, you know, like, he's a grown ass man. They do got tape on YouTube of AB fighting Quintero. Go look at it. I'm telling you, when you get time, go watch that fight. I don't know where I was at that time. I don't know if it was a Tuesday night ESPN fight or if it was a Friday night ESPN fight. But I watched that fight live, and I'm like, yo, like, you know, because they did like this whole piece on him going into the fight about how he's going to be the next thing. People saying he's the next Floyd Mayweather, like all that shit, you know? But listen, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern to go over whatever news it is of the week. I'm still researching this WBA thing. They got another scandal brewing, actually going on right now. And then Joel Gonzalez versus Isaac Dogboe, because I'm doing a lot of housework. So that's why, like, shit's all, you know, I'm a little out of it right now. Let me go look and see what's going on. Any boxing news I'm missing? No, and also I want to watch this Joel Gonzalez, Isaac Dogboe press conference. That's the fight of the weekend for those who care. Really, really, put it this way. If you're a hardcore boxing fan, you know, this is one of those weekends where it's like, all right, take your lady out and go do something else, because the only main stream fight of the weekend is Joel Gonzalez versus Isaac Dogboe. And that's it. Top Rank on ESPN. It's going to be an exciting fight, fun fight. I'm going to be here covering the fight, but it ain't nothing really to stay in the house for. You can catch it on the replay on ESPN Plus. And you're going to have Gabe Flores in a must-win against Giovanni Cabrera. I believe that's Cabrera. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And then Gerald Big Baby Miller is returning, fighting somewhere. You know, so I'm going to be here covering that shit. And then next week is the big weekend of boxing with that big PBC card, with Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez. Adam Kownacki returns against Ali Demirezen. And then who else is on the card? Gary Antuanne Russell. Hopefully he beats the shit out of Rances Barthelemy. Then you have the return of Sergiy Derevyanchenko and Julian J. Rock Williams on the YouTube portion of that card. So go do some other bullshit, you know, or whatever you want. I'm not gonna say it's bullshit this weekend. And then for the most part, boxing tournament that same day, I do not know. But if it ain't on my radar, then I mean I don't give a fuck about it, to be honest. I am going to be looking forward to Isaac Chamberlain taking on CBS Chris Billum Smith, though. We'll be watching that. So, all right, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. Please take your time out and drop a like before you go. And, yeah, see you guys later.